What's up guys, Sloth King here. Today we're going to be doing a different kind of video. I'm pretty excited about this. As you can tell, I'm not outside. I'm not working on a car. I am inside. This is pretty different. I'm going to be doing a review on a vehicle. Not just any kind of vehicle. You probably already read the title, which is why you clicked on it. But it's going to be for the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Now, I'm pretty excited about this. As you guys know, I'm a Toyota fan. If you've been following my channel, I have a 4Runner that I'm working on. I have that super build that I've been going through for the past year, and I used to have a Tacoma. And then I sold it to get the 4Runner, and then I never looked back. As should you. I'm just kidding. I actually loved my truck. I just had no use for the bed, so that's why I really wanted the 4Runner, extra interior space, whatever. This isn't about me today. This is about the Tacoma. So, what we're going to be doing, Toyota released an article going through the features and stuff for their different trims that they have for the Tacoma. And we're going to go through, we're going to read a little bit of it. Probably not going to go through the whole entire article because that's going to be a snooze fest. And I really don't want to make this video too long. But yeah, we're going to go through that, look at some new features on it. I'm pretty excited about some of the features that I've read so far. We're going to be checking out some of the pictures, see how aggressive this thing looks, see how cool it is. And then we're going to be checking out some videos on it. I found some videos on their website. We're going to go through them. Not all of them. Maybe all of them. It depends. But we're going to see how cool this each model looks. And which one you guys prefer. Because I saw one already. And I'd probably get it. But let's jump right in. As you can see, I got this beautiful 8.6. Boom. Look at that. This is straight up on Toyota's website. That is a cool shot. That thing, that just looks mean right there. Like, check out that hood scoop. Looks so aggressive. So anyway, let's go to the article. This is on the Toyota press room website. Toyota newsroom right over here. Press room up here. So today is the 20th, and this just got released on the 18th. So it's pretty fresh. There's some bullet points right here that shows what the truck comes with, like different models and features and stuff like that. So we're going to go scroll through, read some of this stuff. But look at this thing. This is the, what is it? The Trailhunter. That thing just looks awesome. And look at those wheels right there. I wonder how the 4Runner, my 4Runner, I wonder how that would look with these kind of wheels. I already want to get the TRD Pro wheels, but these things, I don't know. Anyway, so some of these bullet points right here, this is going to be the standard iForce. This thing's going to be turbocharged. It's going to be a 2.4 liter, 4-cylinder engine that produces 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. That's already pretty decent. I forget what the last gen had, but that's pretty good for a 4-cylinder. That's pretty cool. But one thing that they are introducing is a hybrid. So they call it the iForce Max. It's still going to be turbocharged. It's going to be the same 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine, but they're going to slap a hybrid powertrain. But this thing produces, it bumps up the horsepower to 326, but the torque, it bumps it up to 465 pound-feet of torque. That is insane. Now, from what I remember, the last gen Tacoma, it was like, I don't know, 240, maybe it was like 250 pound-feet of torque. But this thing, for a 4-cylinder with a hybrid that produces that much torque, that's awesome. Now, that's mostly just because of the it being an electric motor. It can produce that kind of torque, which is cool. But yeah, a 4-cylinder compared to the last generation that is a V6. I don't know. That's pretty impressive. And then they have a new trim. It's called the Trailhunter. Basically, Toyota developed it so it's a overlanding rig, just straight up from the factory. You get some off-road equipment that they say it's from ARB, Old Man Emu, and then Rigid, which those are some prevalent aftermarket manufacturers that people tend to go to for souping up their rig. And then, so they have a Baja-inspired TRD Pro, which is cool. They have a new extra cab. It's a long bed configuration. And, you know, they're adding some more creature comforts on the interior. They're going to have a 14-inch touchscreen display that you can have. I think they have two different types, maybe an 8-inch and a 14. Yeah, so let's dive in. All right, so for the 4th gen, which is still crazy to think that the Tacoma is this is the 4th generation. They say that it utilizes a new high-strength boxed steel ladder frame. Now, I thought the last 3rd generation had the boxed. Oh no, I think it was like semi-boxed. The cool thing about this, so the rear end, they have redesigned. It's a multi-link coil rear suspension, so that would improve your ride and the handling. That kind of thing. It would feel more like an SUV at that point, instead of having like leaf springs back there, which gives it more of a stiffer back end. And right here, it's going into talking about the turbocharged 4 cylinders, talking about the hybrid, talking about what I already went over, the power figures, I should say. So what they're talking about in this section, they're literally just describing like, oh yeah, hey, we really want to design this thing from the ground up. They want it multi-purpose. They wanted to like suit a bunch of different people that bought their trucks, which is why they came out with the Trailhunter. They know that people use their vehicles for overlanding, so they're like, hey, you know what, let's come out with the Trailhunter and let's make it a factory overlanding rig. Which, I mean, some people, you might like that. You just want to buy it and then immediately start doing it, which is cool. But some other people, you know, they want to build their own rigs, which is cool. Alright, so right here they're talking about rugged construction. They're saying that the Tacoma utilizes Toyota's TNGAF global truck platform. So it's shared with the new Tundra and Sequoia. So that's like the platform that they're using, like the engine and stuff like that. And then what they did too, they have frame cross members that are strengthened to increase the durability and carry Toyota available overlanding gear. Basically, that's all the overlanding accessories that Toyota offers. They just strengthened the cross members and stuff like that, so that way it just bolts right on without any kind of issue. And they offer some rooftop tents and camp fridges. That'd be sick to have a Toyota fridge. That'd be awesome. The cool thing here, a new high lift jack point is also integrated into the rear frame end. What I'm assuming where it's going to be, there's going to be like a jack point where you can jack up the vehicle on the back end, and it's just a specific spot to jack it up on. So right down here, they're talking about they're enhancing some multi-link rear suspension, which I mentioned earlier. But they say, however, leaf springs remain standard on the SR, SR5 extra cab, and TRD pre-runner grades. So if you have any of those models, you're going to get leaf springs. But anything besides the SR, SR5 extra cab, and the TRD pre-runner, you're going to get the coils in the back. And what I'm happy right now, the Tacoma gets 4-wheel disc brakes. Finally. Because their 3rd gen, they had drum brakes on the back. And I'm not a big fan of drum brakes. Just give me disc brakes all the way around. And I'm surprised, like up until like 2022, they were still running drum brakes on the back. I'm surprised they never switched to like disc brakes. TRD models and above equipped with iForce Max add a larger brake package, like the rear brake package. Now this is the weird thing. Right down here, the Tacoma will now have electric power steering. hope it's pretty resolved, because I remember when they started implementing electric power steering in their Scion models, they had some issues with the computer modules going out. Now that was about like 10 years ago though, so I'm pretty sure that they worked out a lot of the bugs. I'm interested to kind of experience how that electric power steering is going to feel and what it sounds like, because my friend has a Scion TC and it has electric power steering in it, and you can really hear the electric motor moving the rack unit. It's interesting. So they have suspensions tuned for those specific models. For instance, the TRD Sport has red TRD Sport tuned shocks for a more responsive feel, which I would probably, since it's a sport, it's going to be a little stiffer feeling. Going to take some turns a lot better and stuff like that, kind of like what you want in a car, but like this is a truck, so it's gonna be a little looser, but maybe not. So the TRD off-road grade is equipped with monotube Bilstein remote reservoir shocks for extended wheel travel and greater heat dissipation, and it includes an end stop control valve, ESCV. It provides increased damping force as the suspension comes closer to full bound stroke. So the TRD Pro comes fitted with Fox's new QS3. It's a three-way adjustable internal bypass shocks, and it has the remote reservoirs on the outside as well. Now that is it's improved for high-speed off-road performance, and Fox internal floating piston rear bump stops to improve bottom-out feel. Now, the Limited, it's a new adaptive variable suspension, AVS. So it's a system that constantly adjusts damping forces based on changing road conditions. So it's a linear solenoid type AVS system. So it has built-in actuators in the front and rear shock absorbers, and it continuously changes the damping force based on road conditions to give it a smoother and luxurious ride. It's just like this motor that turns like this dial on your shock, and it adjusts your damping, and it makes it either soft or stiffer. That's a feature that you have on coilovers. There's like this knob that you can turn on there, and you can have like a select number of clicks, and it adjusts it to be super soft damping or stiff damping. And then you can get some models for the coilovers, you can get like this module that goes over the top. You can have a remote inside of the car, and then you can adjust your own damping without getting out and turning that knob. It does it automatically whenever you press the button. Now this thing, it's doing it automatically, so it's sensing all these harsh road conditions and it's adjusting it like that. So the towing capacity for the Tacoma, it's rated at 6,500 pounds on the for the SR5 iForce and TRD Pre-Runner extra cab. And the maximum payload increases to 1,709 pounds on the TRD off-road. So it's going to have a trailer brake controller built into there, trailer backup guide, and a digital display mirror. They have 360-degree cameras that help create a top-down view to aid overall visibility. If you have tough to see areas around the truck or the trailer, that kind of camera, it's going to be shown up on the display inside of the vehicle, and it gives you a representation of what's around you so you can help maneuver. Yeah, that camera is going to aid into helping you see that on the screen. So that's kind of a cool feature. Oh, okay, so this is pretty cool. So the tailgate, it features an available power open and close function with jam protection. And it also has a quick release and close button is integrated within either taillight. I want to see what that looks like. So the gas only Tacomas, they're available with a 400 watt AC inverter outlet in the bed and on the rear of the center console. Now the iForce Max comes standard with a 2400 watt AC inverter. That's a huge bump in power. And then they also have a 12 volt DC power access that's both in the bed and in the cabin itself. Now, the cool thing for the Trailhunter, it has an integrated high output air compressor in the bed for airing your vehicles. So if you need to air down your tires for whatever terrain you're trying to get over, it has the compressor already built in. I know a lot of guys, whenever they have that installed, they have to buy it separately. And yeah, there's not many things that come with an air compressor from the factory, which is awesome. All right, so talking about the engines here now. So they're gonna have two powertrains, both using the 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That one's gonna be for the entry level SR grades. It produces, I already said before, it produces 228 horsepower and 243 pound-feet of torque. And for all the other grades, the output increases to 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque. And they're paired with the 8-speed automatic transmission with intelligence. Now, what they're doing, they're including, they have the option. You can have a 6-speed intelligent manual transmission with automatic rev matching and anti-stall. So the manual transmission models produce 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. So going on to the iForce Max hybrid powertrain, that's going to be available for the TRD Sport, TRD Off-Road, Limited, and it's going to be standard on the TRD Pro and the Trailhunter Halo models. Is that what they're calling their flagship models, like they do with phones? The iForce Max, this is some of the details going for the electric motor. So it's going to be a 48 horsepower electric motor that's going to be integrated into the 8-speed transmission. It's going to be feeding off of the 1.87 kilowatt hour hybrid battery pack that creates a total system output of 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. They're even saying right here it's nearly doubling the torque output of the current gen truck, which current gen being the third gen, like 2023 or 2022 Tacoma. That's for if anyone's seeing this in the future. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the differentials. So the Tacomas with rear-wheel drive, it's going to feature an automatic limited slip differential. And four-wheel drive models have an electronically controlled 2-speed transfer case with high-low range along with active traction control, A-track, and an automatic limited slip differential. So it still has auto LSD. They could have just worded that a little better. An electric locking rear differential is standard on the TRD Pre-Runner, TRD Off-Road, TRD Pro, and Trailhunter grades. So the limited model, it now features a full-time four-wheel drive system with a center locking differential on the iForce Max models. Going back to the 4th gen 4Runner, their V8 model that they had, it was always a four-wheel drive system, and it had the locking diff in the middle. Same thing with the Lexus GX 470s. They only had the V8 in there, and it was always all-time four-wheel drive. So this next thing, I'm interested. I want to know what this thing looks like. For the off-road stuff, they have an all-new available front stabilizer bar disconnect, which increases flex at the push of a button. You can click that, and it disconnects your sway bar, so you can have more flex while you're going off-road. So they're saying that the articulation increases 10% compared to the previous gen truck. The electric stabilizer bar disconnect will even be compatible with Toyota-approved lift kits. That is really cool right there. So the running ground clearance maxes out at 11 inches on TRD Pro. So I guess they really do have a lot of cameras installed on the new Tacoma. The TRD Off-Road, TRD Pro, and Trailhunter. So they have a multi-terrain monitor that pops up on the 14-inch touchscreen that you can view the cameras that are all around the truck, so you can see what's around you that you can try to avoid. So I don't know what it says. So it adopts the new significantly quieter crawl control function that acts as a lower speed off-road cruise control that allows the driver to focus on steering while the system maintains one of 5 selectable speeds. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Like they said, it's off-road cruise control. So you can literally just sit there and just steer away while you have 5 different speeds to select from. That's interesting. All right, so touching on this just a little bit, they're talking about when traction is limited, you can activate your locking rear differential. It can help split power 50-50 to the rear wheels. They have the downhill assist control, which helps you navigate descents a lot easier. With the manual, they get a standard clutch start cancel that allows the truck to start in gear, which means you don't have to press a clutch when you're doing some kind of crazy off-road driving. With the Trailhunter, you can have either a 5 or 6 foot bed double cab configuration, which is nice because the double cabs that they offered before, you only got a 5 foot bed. You couldn't get the 6. So you can actually have the 6 in this now. On the Trailhunter, with the OME shocks and the 33-inch Goodyear tires, it boosts the Trailhunter up another 2 inches in the front and 1.5 inches in the rear. It also has a high clearance trail exhaust, which is nice for a lot of you guys that do a lot of off-roading and you don't want to ruin your exhaust. It also has an intake routed up the passenger side, which is awesome. The snorkel. So the cool thing about the Trailhunter, it has a bronze colored Toyota heritage inspired grille with a integrated 20-inch LED light bar. In the bed, they have just LED light strips in there, which is really cool. And the cool thing about all this gear that Toyota is offering, you can buy that stuff separately and throw it on any of the other Tacoma models. So what's really cool about the TRD Pro, it's 3 inches wider than the SR5. Yeah, so the TRD Pro, it's pretty much like a wide body, which is awesome because it's 3 inches wider. Now this part is cool on the TRD Pro. So you get they're calling it a segment first ISO dynamic performance seat that helps provide a smooth, confidence inspiring ride. So basically what this whole thing is, it's to stabilize the driver's field of vision and to improve focus, comfort, and reduce fatigue while on rugged trails. So this whole thing, the seat, it uses an air over oil shock absorber, allowing vertical and lateral seat movement to like kind of stabilize simultaneously to dampen like your body movement. But pretty much while you're driving, you're not sitting there flopping around. This is basically like a truck driver's seat. If you look at a truck driver's seat, they're just really cushioned. They have like coils underneath. They might have like shock absorbers now. Their seat bounces. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. It bounces a little bit, has some give, so your body is not sitting there just shaking. Lawnmowers have it, like ride-on lawnmowers. They'll have a spring underneath the seat. I've seen that a few times. So that's pretty cool that they're integrating that in a new car. So we're just going to touch on the tech a little bit. So, which is really cool because the last generation really didn't improve on the interior all that much. You have a choice between an 8-inch or 14-inch touchscreen in the interior. I'd probably go with a 14-inch personally. 1, better resale value. 2, I don't have to focus as hard as like looking on like a little 8-inch screen compared to a 14-inch. Of course, they have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. They have USB-C ports, like charging ports in there, which is awesome. Which is the first, there's going to be 1 on the right side of the display and then 2 USB charging ports included in the front row and available for the rear passengers in the back. There's going to be a couple back there. You get a little over 12-inch digital gauge cluster. I'm not a big fan of digital gauge clusters, to be honest. I miss analog. Okay, so the 12-inch digital gauge cluster with 4 different styles is standard on higher grades, while the 7-inch gauge cluster is standard on lower grades. That sucks. This thing, okay, I want to touch on this. They have a smart key system with push button start. Guys, I do not like push button start. It's not my thing. I prefer like putting the key in and just physically turning it over. In the 4Runner, you can bump it. Just bump it and it automatically starts. You don't have to hold down the key. But okay, anyway, with this smart key system, so it has a active remote connect trial or a subscription. You're gonna have to pay for this if you want this feature. So it has a digital key and it connects through an app on your smartphone. What you can do, you can select the kind of vehicle entry. So you can have tailgate access, vehicle starting. It's 4G network dependent though. So good luck trying to lower your lift gate down or starting your truck via your smartphone if you don't have service, if you're out in the middle of nowhere. You can share your digital key with someone and you can limit their access rather than giving them like a physical key. So if you only want them to go unlock the doors, you can do that kind of stuff. Additionally, they have a smart card key. It's the size of a credit card and allows the driver to carry their key easily and conveniently with them wherever they go. I don't like that because you guys know if you don't have an RFID blocking wallet or whatever, someone can steal that information from it. I'm pretty sure Toyota went through the precautions to keep it so that way someone can't just steal your embedded key on your card. So I'm probably just overthinking it, but you never know. You know how technology is. So gas models have 3 times the storage space under the rear seat compared to the 3rd gen. The rear seat back can also fold down flat for additional loading surface. A shelf is integrated into the instrument panel for the passenger to put a phone or other small items. And then they had like these MOLLE panels on the center console, and door panels allow for even more versatile storage. I don't know what a MOLLE panel is. I should look it up, but we're going to keep moving on. So there's going to be some hidden side pockets on the driver's side dashboard. It has a QR code that they have in there. Once you scan that, it goes to the Toyota website and gives you dimensions so that you guys can 3D print your own accessories. Anyway, so last thing we're going to touch on here. It's offered in numerous grades, 2 cab styles, and you can either have a 5 or 6 foot bed, a 4-door double cab, and a new 2-door extra cab. So it's like their access cab that they had previously, but you can't open up that door, which, why? It makes no sense. So, but it has additional storage back there and stuff like that. You can have lockable storage on the back panel, so you can have like shovels and fishing poles, they said. They also have the driver's side seat with slide memory. You can have the passenger seat can fold flat and can be used as a workspace, and includes a water bottle holder. Okay. Anyway, that's about it on here. Let's check out some pictures and then let's wrap everything up. As you saw before, this thing looks mean, right? Look at that. Oh, beautiful, right? That's a bigger picture of the interior. That's pretty cool. That says Toyota right there. It's kind of flashy, but I like it. I like the stitching in there. That looks pretty sick. Just look at that. There's a Trailhunter, and I assume that's a TRD Pro. Some pictures. You guys can check out their website for these kind of pictures, but we're gonna check out this B-roll right here. Looks clean. Let's get to yeah, what do you guys think of that grill? I think that looks pretty mean right there. It's just missing the hood scoop. What do you guys think? Showing off some cool stance right there. That's a cool logo. I dig that. All right, here it is driving. Actually, it sounds pretty good too. Look at this. Looks like it could be a scene out of like Jurassic Park. It's just emerging, trying to get away from the dinosaurs. Yeah, like check that out. Like, doesn't that look like something out of Jurassic Park? Just looks mean right there. You know what? Let's look at the check out the limited. I don't like that grill. That bottom lip right there. I don't know, after looking at the Trailhunter, I'm just like, this is okay. You guys heard those turbos, right? Oh yeah. Let's check out the TRD Pro. Look at that. That looks gnarly. I would get that over the limited. I don't know about you guys. Just look at that stance right there. Look at it's 3 inches wider. You can just tell it looks chunky. That grill is cool too. That hood scoop. This okay. Yeah, it literally looks like a Baja truck. Or it looks very similar in like certain aspects of it. Yeah, that looks cool. Oh, look at that. TRD Pro right in the headlight. Why aren't they driving this thing on the sand? Oh, they have interior B-roll. Okay, so let's check out the Trailhunter interior B-roll, and then we'll check out the TRD Pro interior, and then we'll be done. That looks clean. Look at that shifter. Or gear selector, I should say. You have wireless charging right there. That's cool. I like that yellow backing. Okay. That's interesting. Looks comfy. Alright, let's check out the TRD Pro. Okay. A little more simplistic. Except for that TRD right there. I like that kind of flash. You know? Oh, they still have the Toyota. Oh, I like how it blends in a little more. Is that carbon fiber? Why are they doing carbon fiber on the inside? Storage bin. That looks clean. A lot of buttons. I like buttons. Oh, look at that. Yeah. I think it looks pretty clean. Anyways, yeah. That's all we got to cover, guys. What do you guys think of the new 2024 Toyota Tacoma? Do you like it? Are you excited for it? They don't have any price announced yet for this. They're going to be doing it later in the year. They're going to be doing a price reveal. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed by it. I wouldn't buy it immediately when it comes out. I want to know if there's like any quirks. I'm just like that whenever new vehicles come out. It made me want to like, oh, I want to get this. But I'm not going to spend that kind of money on a vehicle. Unless someone gave it to me. Do you guys want to give me one of those? I'll take any of them. Even the limited. Then I would sell it and then get the TRD. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty impressed. I'm excited about it. And I'm looking forward to how much this would be. Do you guys want to see me like try to test drive one of these trucks? I would love to do it if you guys are really interested in it. But yeah, anyways, do you guys like this kind of video that I did? This is a new thing. I'm thinking about doing it every now and then if I have some good reviews on it. If you want to see me do more videos like this, leave a like. Comment below too. I want to know your thoughts. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to see more videos like these, and let me know if you want to see more reviews like this. Anyways, you guys take it easy. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.